done a whole lot to build community.
So as you travel around the state and you talk about aerospace, and airports can tend to have, let's just say, heated discussion in the community about what to do with it.
You're not unique.
Tell us a little bit about, our current situation where you may see the slides up here. We're looking at what type of board to have, the qualifications, and bonds. Do we have an authority? Do we have a department? Maybe you've seen this in other places. Maybe you can kind of just share some thoughts on what you've seen.
I've been to communities where there's a great relationship and they are doing a lot with their airport. I've been to communities where there's a very dysfunctional relationship. I won't name names. Not here. Where they have an airport and they're not getting anywhere with it. I'd say roughly about a third of the airports in the state make money, a third are, they're on the borderline, and about a third don't make money. Those top third, the things that I see when I go in and talk to the community is that the airport authority, or whoever runs the airport, sometimes directly by the county, but most time authorities, the airport authority, the county government, and whatever municipal governments they are in sync with each other. They have a unified strategic plan on how they want to use the airport as an economic development tool, and they work very well together. Airport boards that I've talked to that seem to work very well are diverse. They have a mix of folks. They're not all general aviation pilots. They tend to have a mix of folks from the aviation industry, because the aviation industry is not uniform. There's pilots and engineers and manufacturers and lots of folks. So the ones that in my estimation, work very well have a diverse mix of aviation folks on the board, but also some non-aviation folks on the board, because the airport is part of the community. It is a community asset, not an aerospace community asset. So you have to have the aerospace community, the aviation community represented, but also folks from the community. So it's very important to have that diverse mix of folks on the board with some aviation experience, aviation and aerospace experience, and bring that to the table. And then other folks who have business and other experience that they can bring as well. Because the airport has to live in the community. It can't be isolated. The ones that are isolated, the board is all local pilots, they don't do as well as the ones that have that diverse mix and do integrate